If you are interested in acquiring any of my Overkills tutorial guides from Microsoft Flight Simulator, or simply interested in supporting the channel, please consider joining us on Patreon. Patreon subscribers level tier 2 and above have access to all of my guides, as well as any future releases that come down the road. Patreon link can be found in the description below. Hello everybody and welcome to what is going to be an awesome episode of Microsoft Flight Simulator, as today we are checking out High Performance Group's H160 helicopter. Now, we've been known this helicopter was coming for quite a long time. For those of you who aren't familiar, they have a freeware version of the H135, they have the payware H145, the H145 mission pack, and now we have the H160. Now, this is a pre-release build. It is very important that you guys understand that if we run into any issues, bugs, etc. here, this is pre-release. This is not the final build of the helicopter, and obviously any major issues I'm sure will be resolved before it gets into your hands. Now, when does it get into your hands? They are slated for release on Friday, October the 27th. That is next Friday, a week from today, and it will be found on HPG's website for $49.99 US dollars. So let's go ahead and jump right into this. Again, specifying, guys, I cannot reference enough that it is a pre-release build. So first off, you guys, obviously it is absolutely beautiful. This is the luxury version of the helicopter. There's a luxury and a civilian, and I think there's one more model. Don't quote me on that, actually. But I absolutely love this helicopter. It looks absolutely cool. Has retractable landing gear, as you guys can see there. Has taxi capability, as well as obviously vertical takeoff and landing. But let's go ahead and check out some of the awesomeness inside of this helicopter. You guys can see it's just stunning. Now, it has the option to use the GTN 750 from both PMS and TDS. We are using the default radio, as that is something that I know everybody has. So I wanted to make sure that I showcased it as in a feature that everyone could use. However, if you do have the GTN 750, it would be right here on both sides. Okay, so let's go ahead and just sort of peek around, you guys. I mean, it's absolutely incredible. They've done a beautiful job with it. Passengers can be loaded, offloaded. You can literally configure this helicopter to just about any way you want. It's an incredibly advanced helicopter, you guys. So it has the capability to basically fly itself almost on a fly-by-wire situation. Essentially, it is. I mean, it's got both FADEC control and automatic flight control system. So it can do just about anything. It's right up there with like an F-16 or an F-22 in regards to the way it can handle. It's going to be very, very different from any other helicopter that we've flown. Actually, I mean, the H-145 definitely has a lot of similarities. But you guys can also see that you have the ability directly from the tab here to set your control dead zones, things like that if you want. I don't have any problem with that, so I'm sort of just leaving everything as is. Crew and payload, guys, we can open doors. Cargo doors, set our fuel rate or fuel load. You can also obviously do everything. If you want to break it down, you can do it all in here as well. So like if we want to load a little bit of cargo here, we can do that. Okay, but checking back out the outside. Again, very, very cool. I love the biplane tail stabilizer. I think it's pretty cool. Very interesting look. Oh, I didn't even notice that the steps come down when you open the doors. That's kind of awesome. I did not notice that. Am I right about that? Let's see here. Boom. Close that door. Oh, did I not click it? I might have gotten overzealous with the mouse. Yep, rolls up with the door. That's awesome. And then you also have a couple of real quick tips here. Quick options. We can go here to doors, and you can either open and close them from here, or you can just do close all. Brings everything to a close. Autopilot control systems that can be set here. Collective mode, roll yaw mode. Obviously nothing can be happening right now. Everything's disabled. The AFCS system, lights control here. You can also turn all that on, your landing lights, everything like that directly from here. It works really, really slick. It's a really nice configuration. Let's see here. What else we got? So that's sort of a quick menu there. Oh, and you obviously have tablet brightness here. Increase that. Different equipment. You guys can configure different things on the aircraft. Storage covers. You can turn them on and off. Your wind ice, wind and snow. You have different things that you can turn on here. I'm missing something. I was able to get this to work earlier. Well, now I'm just messing everything up, so I'm just going to leave that as is. But again, here we were talking about the 750s. There's the GTN 750. There's the GTN XI TDS 750. You can open the PMS website, the TDS website if you guys are interested. Set your units of measurement as you wish. Rotor downwash effects if you want. Pilot automatic hide, so you can hide the head and body, or if you just want to hide the head, so that way when you look down you still see a body, but you don't have that weird texture interruption that happens in the camera. And then different setup configurations here on how you guys want to play. Gameplay, you can set it again to an easy mode, or you can get more and more difficult as you go down the line, as we showed earlier. So, and obviously you have your state loads. Coming back to the main menu, guys, this is very similar to what you've seen in the H145. If you guys are familiar with that particular aircraft, a bunch of different tools and things like that. I'm not going to worry about that so much today, as I sort of want to just get into how it flies. That's my primary interest today. I'm saving that. I've been waiting all day to fly it. I'm waiting for you guys to be a part of that. I wanted you guys to do that with me. So we're just going to get up and fly it, do a couple circuits. We're over here in Fort Lauderdale. So we're just going to sort of fly around the area, do some sightseeing, see what it's like to fly the aircraft. The other thing that I really like is this is my desktop time. So you can actually set the time, whether you want it to be server time or Microsoft Flight Simulator time, local time, your desktop time, whatever it may be. There's a couple different options there as far as setting the clock there, obviously, but this is my actual time. So if you guys like, you have a dinner date coming up and you're inside the sim, especially in VR, you can track very easily what time it actually is. This is pulling it directly from my Windows machine. So that's pretty slick. I like that. All right, so now let's go ahead and get into the checklist, and we're going to get the aircraft started up and see what happens here. So let's see here. I do like, and when you guys get it, make sure that you guys go through the quick start guide. That is very critical. They've got a bunch of custom keybinds that are going to be essential for flight, based on what I was reading as far as what those key bindings are. They're definitely going to be things you're going to want. All right, now I'm going to do my best here. There may be some things that I'm not very familiar with. This is an incredibly complex, incredibly advanced helicopter, guys. My favorite helicopter of all time is the UH-1 Huey, and probably because it's extremely simple. So let's go ahead and see what I can do and see if I can get any of this right. Okay, so first we need to turn our batteries on. Here's our batteries right here. So that's battery 1, battery 2. Let's see here. We're going to start it from the batteries. We're not going to use the ground power today, even though we do have it available. But I'm going to go directly from the battery. So there's Gen 1, Gen 2 on it. I'm walking through their checklist here. RA1, RA2, I can only assume that's radar altimeter. And let's see, FMS1, FMS2. Obviously, we know what that is. That's our flight computers. And let's see here. Where was I? Lamp test. I want to set that down to audio. Make sure all of our lights are working. Got a couple messages popping up on the PFDs there. Okay, pick that back up to the central position. We heard the audio test. Lights were illuminated. So now let's come down to, I think it was this one. Yep, I have to remember where all my cameras were. All right, next on the list, message list. Check and acknowledge. So rotor RPM, engine 1 fail, engine 2 fail. That makes sense. We don't have anything. Battery is discharging. We know that. Power up test was okay. So we're going to hit acknowledge. Continue to the checklist. We're going to confirm that our heading matches the standby compass. Let's see here. Old-fashioned heading. What if I just want to see the actual heading number? Oh my gosh, I'm scared. So that's going to be north. It's about 010 degrees, somewhere right around there. Am I missing where it actually says it? There's our altimeter pressure. Huh, who knew? Anyway, the standby compass, I believe, was right here. Yes, it is. And it does match up. Okay, so we're good there. Altimeter, let's go ahead and set that. EISI, altimeter, I just used the B key. So we got 2-9er, 8-9er for our altimeter today. Decision height and altitude, or decision altitude, we don't need to worry about that. Fuel quantity check. We already fueled the aircraft, but there's fuel here. And we also have, give me a second, I got to find the page. Again, I have been through this once, you guys. I wanted to share it with you. So essentially, you guys are still seeing it for the first time, really. Let's see, that's hydraulic engine oil levels, temperature. Let's see here. I'm missing a page. Status. T1, fuel temperature, and that's not what I'm looking for. Let's go to previous. Hydraulic fuel. start there. That's a good place to start, huh? All right, so center tanks are full. Yeah, we got a ton of fuel on board. Total fuel, 1,700 pounds, almost 1,800 pounds. So that's awesome. Endurance isn't going to populate because the engines are stopped, so basically it's unlimited. But all right, let's go back to the previous page here. Let's see where we're at now. Position and anti-collision lights. No, they are down on the pedestal. So where was I? Okay, there we go. So you also have options for white or red on the anti-collision light. There's our position light. Okay, that's good. Signs. We do have passengers on board. Let's turn the seatbelt signs on. Emergency exit light armed. So that's going to be the center position there. There we go. Let me make sure. Is that right? Yep. Okay. Making sure I wasn't too far forward there. Cockpit lighting as required. Obviously daytime. We don't need to worry about that. But you know, we can see what it looks like if you guys want. Let's see what it looks like. Whoa. Probably should have turned it on first, but you know, who knows. Okay, definitely should have turned it on first. Yep. Is it L for the flashlight? There we go. Ah! Whoa. Oh, wow. So L triggers things. Oh, that's what was happening. Interesting. Cockpit light. There we go. Whoa. Very dark mode, bro. That's kind of cool. Looks nice. Very green. And we can dim that down if we wanted to. Ah, nice. All right, let's go back to the daytime. Okay, and where were we? Let's put those back to day, set that back to off. Okay, cool. So the L key apparently triggers all that, by the way. All right, and where were we? Lost my position. Cockpit lighting. Floats, if installed. Make sure they are stowed, and our floats are installed, by the way. And we can check that over on our tablet. If we go to settings and it was equipment, you can see the floats are here. I don't know why it's not letting me remove things or add things. I must be missing something here. Like, it lets me click on some of the stuff. The highlights just doesn't do anything. Anyway, that's fine. Again, pre-release. And I'm probably doing something wrong. Weather radar, if required. I'm going to say no. But we would test and set it to standby. Okay, MFD DMAP page, check as required. So MFD, this is our MFD. DMAP page, that's going to be a digital map. You have a couple of different settings from the digital map. And it's just touchscreen from here. So we can go like satellite view if we want, which I always enjoy. Or stick it vector here. I was kind of curious if you could create a waypoint from here or not. Flight plan. Oh, plan. Oh, I see. Never mind. There we go. Anyway, continuing on. Set your range. Let's see here. So we've highlighted range. How do I... It's 7 nautical miles. You can see it there. Oh. Ah. Hey, that makes sense. Anyway, and then we can zoom it out if we want. That's pretty awesome. Okay, cool. Good stuff. Anyway. Go ahead and take that off. Oh, how do we go back? Just, I'm assuming back to map. Yep. And then close that if we want. Okay. Continuing onward with our checklist here. DMAP, VMS, main page, check parameters, validity. So back to the VMS page. Here's our main page. Let's see here. Hydraulics. As far as I'm aware, from everything that I'm aware of from the quick side. Let's see here. Entering weight data will set the aircraft's payload, similar to using the MSFS aircraft. Oh, weight and data. My bad. So there's weight page. Validate. Gotcha. Okay. Got it now. I got it. And then from here we can actually access detailed looks over everything. And then I like how it's actually broken down. So you got your electrical and then your electrical page. Fuel over here, fuel page. So this is pretty slick. I like this. I like the way that this is designed. Anyway, where are we? Engine oils and engine levels. Engine oil levels. Levels is good. Temperature is fine. Let's see here. OE rating selection check. You can access the OEI high-low selector on the tablet autopilot panel. Expanded section. Or by, there's a second part to this, hang on. Or by binding the hotkeys, you can't Or O by binding the hotkey, sorry. You can't click on our collective OEI high-low button as it would be difficult. Anyway, I don't know what OEI means though, so I'm going to have to look into that. But let's see here. It says from the autopilot section, so that was aircraft, right? Options, oh no. Autopilot tab. Emergency flotation system, manual. Whoa. And there's OEI high and low. Well, we're going to leave it on high because, I mean, what can go wrong, right? Anyway, you guys didn't hear me say that. So, let's see here. Continuing on down. Alright, flight controls check to be performed once per day. Yup, everything's good. Okay, now this one I did have an issue with earlier, and this is where I stopped and decided to bring you guys on board. Auxiliary pump, which is right here. It says to turn it on, and unfortunately, it doesn't do anything with just the batteries and the generators on. So, I wonder if that's a DC GPU thing? Yes, it is! There we go. So, it's meant for DC GPU. Okay, so we shouldn't be starting without it, is what it sounds like, in this, if we can avoid it. Alright, fair enough. Alright, and here we go. So coming back down here. And then again, it said cyclic, stick, longitudinal, latitudinal travel. Travel is good. Collective pitch. You guys can see it rotating here. Travel's good. Okay. Yes, EPU can acknowledge. Let's see here. Pedals, free of travel. Cyclic, center, collective, down. Auxiliary pump, off. Auxiliary pump, off. Okay. And coming down through. Inboard pilot MFD. Select VMS page. We're on the VMS page. Okay. And overhead panel. Engine 1, Engine 2. Or Engine 2. So it's time to start this bad boy. Here we go. So let's start obviously with Engine 1. We're going to just move it down 1 to the idle position. So much quieter than I would expect it to be, though. You know, they have everything else in here. Let me make sure we're not missing, like, a sounds page. Because it does seem really quiet. It seems very quiet. And that could just be the nature of the aircraft, but that seems uber quiet. Right? Options. Yeah. I don't know. We'll have to play around with that. Alright, engine 1 is at idle. Startup test. Rotor RPM warning. See, now sounds good. Okay. Alright, so we got engine 1 at idle. Looks like the start sequence is complete. Let's go ahead and come up top. And go for number 2. So again to idle. Monitoring our gauges. There's N1. Looking for torque. Did I miss the part where we turn on the autopilot? I thought that happened after engine start. Hang on. I read through all of this on purpose. To specifically avoid that. I guess not. Okay, no. I'm good. I'm good. I didn't think so. So it's just yelling at me to yell at me. Okay. So we have N1 and TOT are looking good. I can't remember what TOT means. It's something temperature, but I can't remember what that was. Anyway, rotor spinning, N1 above 25%, or before 25%, excuse me, so we got that. N2 and NR increases, blah, hydraulic pressure is good, torque is good, MGB is good, NR is good. All right, and ECS as required. Climate control. So we were not going to need that today. We're just going to flow around the city here. So, and then on the overhead panel, okay, we got engine 2 in idle and 1 and 2 done. Okay. Disconnect the GPU. It's coming up top. Oh, it already did. Looks like it auto disconnected. And let's see here. Floats if installed, auto or as required. We're just going to use this. And the AFCS pre-flight test. So we need to make sure all of our autopilots are turned on. There we go. Overhead panel test switch pre-flight. And we're looking for pre-flight test. Let's see here. There it is. And over on the message panel, there's the pre-flight test. Startup test was okay. Auxiliary pump is on. I did not mean to leave that on. That was my fault. I missed that last step. So you're supposed to turn it on, do your controls check, etc., and then turn it back off. So, my bad. Pre-flight test okay. All right. Let's go ahead and turn that back to the center position. All right. It says fast cut for AFCS off and then back on. So I'm assuming you just one. Cool. And let's see here, what else we got. And I could be missing still some of this, guys. There's a lot. Like I said, this is a very complex aircraft. And we are missing a part here. All right, hang on. Oh, nope, we're not. And I'm getting ready to start track IR here in just a minute, guys. We're not going to be flying with just mouse and keyboard today. So there you go, flight. Message list is clear other than landing light. Landing lights as required. Forward console, nose wheel is free. Yep, okay. It's kind of cool that you can lock it. Park and brake off and we could taxi. Alright, so it looks like we're ready for flight. So let's get track IR started. This thing does look cool though. That's awesome sauce right there. Alright, so first I'm just going to try to release the park and brake. Slowly add some collective. There we go, we are taxiing. Whoa, don't pull aft. Don't pull aft. That is not what I meant to do. Oh, hey, I'm in a goofy view. Hold on. Yep, I was in a goofy view. There we go. Almost don't need any cyclic at all to get rolling. I pitched it forward, and then after that it just sort of sits where it is. How awesome sauce is that? Oh. There we go. Okay. And we're just going to try this from here. So, let's see here. I'm actually going to set... Well, no, I guess I wouldn't want to do that, huh? Alright, here we go. like to always try to just look out the front window as I'm taking off in a helicopter. Come on, baby, pick up. There we go. Oof, 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 oof. I'm trying to... Okay, come on. I'm trying to find it. I'm trying to find it. Alright, very stable. I was trying to get into a hover, and then I decided to go to the external view because I wanted to see it. Let's do this. Whoa, no, no, no. That's the thing is, like I said, it's very fly-by-wire. So let's see as we get rotating. Trying to get the gear coming up here. Landing lights off, way premature. But I wanted to see them rotate. I didn't know if they were going to rotate up. Alright, landing gear is up. And it's probably giving me that warning because I'm so low.
Caution, obstacle.
Okay.
Warning, obstacle.
Alright, let's... And it does have an automatic trim. Well, automatic in the aspect you hold a button. Set the stick where you want it. I'm holding it the entire time. Set the cyclic where I want it. Let go. And the aircraft will maintain that position. This thing is awesome. Now that we have this, we have to fly to the island with Jurassic Park. Welcome to Jurassic Park.
Caution, terrain.
Okay, my next thing to look into will be how to disable the terrain warning, because I like to fly low. So right now, it literally flies like an airplane.
Caution, terrain.
Now, there is a way to also disable, very quickly, the automatic flight control system. So right now it's interrupted. Well, actually, sorry, that's the autopilot system. My bad. There we go. So now in this situation, it's going to be much more unstable.
Warning, terrain.
And we can very quickly disable everything. Yeah, look at this. Now it's crazy. So if you like that really challenging flight experience, disable all of your autopilot controls. And again, there's a key mapping for it. Just did it from my flight stick. You can still fly it, but now it's going to be much more challenging.
Caution, terrain.
And then if you want to enable it, very quickly can be done.
Caution, terrain.
And now it's back to a fly-by-wire system, essentially. Trimming, very, very easy. This is all trim. You've got only a certain amount of trim deflection. But that's where the force trim can come into play. So I'm holding the force trim down. If I let go of it, there it goes.
Caution, terrain.
This thing's awesome, you guys. Absolutely incredible. It's fast. Gosh, this thing's fast. Yeah, the terrain warning system is going to drive me bonkers. I wish there was a... I wish I knew, quote unquote. Let's change that. Not I wish there was. I wish I knew how to disable it. There. It does have a auto hover on it as well. We can try to see if I can make that work. I'm never very good with these, but we'll try it. Let's get that airspeed reduced, vertical climb down. Ascending, add the collective back in, going in reverse. Okay, if I'm not mistaken, there it is. How awesome is that? Oh no, my collective fell. Damn it. I was going to take a screenshot and my collective, yet we're in vortex ring state. Come on.
Warning, terrain.
Ah, that would have been a cool screenshot.
Warning, terrain.
So it's got a bunch of really neat features. I need to get a counterbalance or something for my verbal collective. So I was trying to take a... and by the way, flying a helicopter with an actual collective, wrong direction, is a whole different experience. Makes it a lot easier to fly the helicopters. It really does. All right, so I'm gonna do my force trim. Keep it like that. And actually, let's engage our autopilot. There we go. Altitude. So you got altitude hold, heading hold, and indicated airspeed. Okay. And let's go to our map and figure out how to get back home again. Oh, we're close. It's back over here. I think it actually has a dark mode too, if I remember correctly. Yep, vector dark. There we go. That's almost too dark though. Oh, satellite? There we go. That's where we want to be, right here. Vector range. This thing's freaking cool, dude. This is a slick helicopter. Alright, and then real quick button tap to disable them. Oops, my bad. Disabled. Hit too much. Alright, let's go back. And steer us towards our landing zone here. I'm a little nervous to land it, but we'll see how it goes. Awesome helicopter. Man, this thing's cool. Again, this is a pre-release build, so the one you guys are going to get is going to be even better. I want to give a big shout out to High Performance Group and express my appreciation for them giving me a copy of the helicopter. This has already been an incredibly enjoyable experience, and I'm definitely looking forward to spending more time in this thing. There's our base, our airport.
Warning, obstacle.
I really got to figure out what's up with the terrain radar, though. That I don't like. I'm sure it can be adjusted. I'm positive. I just got to find it. Alright, so again, reducing some collective, reducing a lot of collective. Fine, as long as we don't lose forward momentum, I'm okay with a little bit of descent.
Caution, terrain.
Landing gear down. Landing lights on. Let's see how terrible I am at landing an H160.
Caution, obstacle.
That thing's annoying.
Warning, obstacle.
Definitely gonna have to figure out how to silence that. Getting too much forward momentum again.
Caution, obstacle.
I like that it gives you the yellow vortex, letting you know that you're approaching it.
Caution, terrain. Caution, terrain.
Easy, easy, too much. Too much. Oof. A little hard, not too bad. Do a wheel stop there. I do want to look real quick. Those are your nav radios. Oh, I got synthetic terrain. Forgot about that. Let's do this. Let's mute it. There we go. Knew I'd find it. Terrain awareness or awareness and warning system. Actually, we'll just put it into standby. How's that? There we go. He finds it at the end of the flight. But you know what? I actually want to try landing one more time. I'm going to disable the autopilot. Let's pull it out over here. A little bit of altitude. I don't want to get going too fast.
Hands off.
And there goes the autopilot. Autopilot's completely disabled. Alright, so here we go. I think I'm actually going to use... Well, that's too close to the road. I'm doing this because usually flying without the bells and whistles makes things, believe it or not, a little bit easier for me to understand and comprehend, but holy crap, this aircraft is challenging without it. Oh, and that's the other reason why, is this aircraft also has failures model. So AFCS has failed, and we're going to see if we can get it down here. I think I got it. It's definitely significantly more challenging. Oh, hey, there's a helicopter pad right there. Idiot. Easy. Easy. Holy man, it is touchy without the AFCS. Like it's one of those situations where like almost out of control. Easy, easy, easy. No, 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 no. What are you doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? Stop. Ooh. Okay, come on. Come on. We got this, dang it. Nope. Oh, come on. Why are you doing this to me? Come on. You're making me look bad. Like, no, you are doing that all on your own, sir. Hey. Oh, wow. Like dropping the piano twice. Okay, we're down. Okay. Oh, my goodness gracious. That was terrible. Alright, so let's see what we got here. Take off ground helicopter pad. Climb, level flight, descent. Before landing, yep, got all those. And landing, we got that. Landing sloped. Oh my gosh, I couldn't imagine landing sloped. That'd be terrifying. Alright, so let's walk through the shutdown process. We have the parking brake is on. Collective pitch is at minimum cyclic. And pedals are centered. Engine 1 and 2 go to idle. Oops. What did I do? Okay, engine 1 and 2 are down to idle. Floats, if installed, are off. Radar altimeter 1 and 2 are off. Rotor brake, apply when NR is below 50%. Let's go back to the VMS page. Alright. There, clear that. And let's see here. NR, that should be engine torque, right? No, torque is torque. Find NR. Got N1. TOT. Torque's at 9.5%. Let's see here. It's N2. Well, we're going to slowly start applying it because I'm sure it's staring me in the face. Gosh darn it, would you stop doing that? I can't apply the rotor brake. It will not let me. Yeah, I know. Okay, well, I don't know what the heck I'm doing wrong there, but we'll just shut the engines off for now, and I will learn that at a later time. And let's see, the rest of the checklist here. Alright, so RA12 ECS is off. Environment control system, we didn't use it. The rotor brake release. I couldn't make it work. Flight report, VMS check, landing, external and internal. So we turn the landing lights off. And let's see here. Download complete, check. Oh, battery discharging. That's fine. Everything's coming down now. Oh, hey, there we go. Works now. So that was N1 is what NR was. Rotation. Gotcha. Makes sense. Or N2, excuse me. So idle didn't work. It would have had to gone all the way down to cutoff. Let's see here. Darn it. All right. Download in progress. So we're just waiting for download complete. And then we switch the batteries off. Do. Well, that's going on, you guys. Remember, this is releasing October the 27th. That'll be next Friday on High Performance Group's website for $49.99 US. It's an absolutely astonishing helicopter. They did a beautiful job with this thing. It flies beautifully. And there's the batteries. So let's see here. We got battery 1 off, battery 2 off, Gen 1. Oh, I think I hit a reset. Let's go up here. So yeah, I did. Okay, so off and off on the gens. FMS 2 and 1 are off. I think, let's see here, that was everything that we did up top. Turn all of our lights off. Looks like collision lights are off, position lights are off, emergency exit lights off, signs are off, everybody's out. All right, and that is it. That is the, again, HPG's H160 pre-release version of the helicopter. I can't wait to see what the final release looks like. As always, you guys, thank you for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Stay safe and healthy.